Hello again, YouTube. So today we're just going to go over what I've done to the engine that the lifters are for to get it where it needs to be. So this is a 2.2 S10 engine that's been bored over 23,000/6, and I'm not going to go over any of the brand names. It's got forged pistons with the 1mm rings rather than the stock 5/16 rings. And then it's got 4340 chromoly H-beam connecting rods. They're billet H-beam connecting rods that have been shot peened. And I've just got a stock crank. This is a stock crank out of the block. It's been polished and balanced. It's within spec on balance. And then I blueprinted. Not only did I blueprint my rotating and reciprocating assemblies, I balanced the banks. Now this has a flat plane crankshaft, and for anybody that don't know, flat plane crankshaft is flat, and a cross plane crankshaft is, looks like a cross. I would use both hands, but I'm holding the camera with the other hand. So you got 1 and 4 and 2 and 3. Well, I took my heaviest. I took a heavy rotating assembly, and I took a light rotating assembly, and I put them across from each other, and I took a, light and a heavy. And these banks, the 2 and 3 and the 3 and the 4, have balanced out to be 0.2 of a gram within each other. And that's probably highly unnecessary, but I just wanted to do it for shiggles. Now, the camshaft is a Webcam Stage 3. I will tell you the brand name on that one. Webcam Stage 3. 306 thousandths of lift on with 218 degrees of duration at 50 thousandths on the intake, and it's got 319 degree lobe lift with 226 degrees of duration on the exhaust. Now I'm hoping, and it should, the bigger exhaust side will really help me spool my turbo, because it's got 110 degree lobe separation, and I think it equaled out to be like a 2 degree valve overlap. So that means my intake valve is going to start to open a little bit before that exhaust valve goes out. And that's actually pretty good, because the turbo will force in fresh air, which will force more exhaust gases out, which gives me more clean air to burn in my cylinders. And that's, you get a nice clean burn, which means more horsepower. Plus that extra fresh air helps spool your turbo a little bit better. And the 2 degree overlap probably isn't going to help quite that much, because you can't really do more than that over, more of an overlap than that on a street engine, legally. And this motor will be 100% legal. It will have full exhaust. It will have a cat, and we'll see what it turns with all that. Pump gas, methanol with a turbo is pretty much the end game for it. And the next video we'll do cylinder head. But that right there is what we have for the short block right now. And I'll see you on the next video.